So looking at this, you can clearly see that they weren't really wanting to present him in a nice way. Clean backdrop, him posing rather than walking, him also. Why do they put two people onto this cover? Why not put his face big onto it? Well, like this he looks really bad. And the most sharp on this picture actually are his hair. It looks though like a little bit of CGI though. That's why I wrote GIMP for Photoshop. This is. So yeah. And here I wrote, I fight the elite agenda. So their media outlets, fight me. So they put the bad angle, bad backdrop, two people instead of one, and so he gets to be having a small face on here, so that's like real, you know, all sort of not working in his favor. Yeah, I'm in the midst of waiting for a train, so what he wants is something differently than what she wants. So he wants to have her, and not like her lashes, her nails, clothes, her bags and shoes, but he wants her genes, like babies, offspring. So that's why she needs to be healthy. So young is good for young people, tend to be more healthy than old people, and she needs to have clear skin and a full upper lip, indicating a lot of estrogen when she was growing up, and symmetrical body features, which would also speak for someone healthy. Then long, well-groomed hair and wide hips and narrow waist, which also is indicating a easy delivery, and maybe submissive demeanor, and kind of the high heels are for her to walk in an unstable way, and the skirts he wants, and no trousers and female jewelry, not like the piercings and all of that. And she has to be not too much like a whore and not too much plastic, because whores don't give birth to babies and plastic neither. So she needs to be smaller than him and less wealthy, because, you know, he wants to be the one to protect her. How can he do that when he's smaller and less wealthy? He cannot. She needs to be in no relationship and not in charge, because he is. And not accessible to others would be nice, because then he is within his reach. And there needs to be no sexy photos in public, and maybe this whore-like behavior at home just for his eyes, and woman-like behavior. And of course she needs to be financially affordable to him, because again, babies, no emo biker style or clown or whatever. And not working in a man's domain would also be nice, because then he can make sure that he is kind of on top. And not too hairy. And she needs to be the most beautiful around and have narrower eyes than him, narrower shoulders than him. Everything else would go giving him visual signals that she is more in charge. And she needs to be able to cook, clean, wash, and take care of the family, because normally he's the one that isn't so much able to do so. And she needs to be all natural and put on no show, because men are not good in deciphering emotions. So some fat needs to be wobbling, because also that one is an indicator for health. period only starts when children, female, are fat enough, have a little bit of fat wobbling, and she needs to have a healthy lifestyle too. So what is it that she wants? Of course, all the opposite from what he wants. So if she's gonna get biologically to have the baby, then he needs to be the one that takes care, like with his muscles and his money. So to make sure that he's gonna do so, she needs no player and someone stronger and healthier than her, affording her and her plans, which would be a baby. And he needs to be interested in her because his money and interest and energy needs to go into her plans. So that's why she's so much trying to find out about, is he listening to her? Men usually don't do so. And his position in life needs to be appealing to her. And maybe he needs to look a little bit like her father, because that one is physically attractive to her, not physically violent. He needs to be no dandy, someone dressing fancy, no sick one, of course, because that one would not help her make true all of her plans. And he needs to have no kids from any ex-wife, and no ex-wife as well. And he needs to be accepted by her parents, if so, if there are parents around, or by her followers. And he needs to be no mother's son, and someone at home at her disposal to actually give her the money and the energy and the strength. You know, if he's not around, how can he do so? So he needs to be at home, and he needs to be more a pioneer than him, you know. And of course, taking care of business, that's what he does. No gambler, no addict, of course, because that would all interfere with her plans. Otherwise, you can tell by these magazines, the elite agenda is to depict the women as being in charge. That's why he is sleeping. That's the only way to split the strongest social bond existing, which would be the family. So if you want to split the family to have people all singled out and weak, like opening doors, some police or governor or whatever standing in front of your door, and you would go what you want. If there is a big family behind you, your partner, your parents, his parents, the grandparents, friends, it gets difficult for any intruder. But if you're all by yourself, you feel weak from the get-go. So here I wrote that all this unfuck the world, you know, initiatives are actually new markets. That's why they do it. And also strengthening the women, of course, will create new markets. And so, yeah, I was definitely being bored. If you have women in suits and coats, of course, they look more manly. There is no skirt wobbling, and I saw no jewelry on her. So, yeah. No jewelry. I painted it. Well, it's subliminally gonna sink in when you look at pages like this. This is just a astro something page. It's, you know, just a picture. But of course, she's wearing men's clothes. Her I like a lot. Ooh, what a page. Maybe an hour or more went into this. So I wasted a fucking rotten hour of my life onto this BS. Well, I tried to be hard. So she's got a halo ring right there. And here she's got joined tears for whatever reason, and hair plus ups rising. And of course she got some kind of wrinkles, I call it. So So there is quite a lot of noise wherever you go in Switzerland. So there we go. The wrinkles. Some more bullshit. But at least it is bullshit that came out of my brains. It's not the bullshit that they feed me. So there you go, the watering tears in a bubble. And the bubble is even not just for her head, but also for her bag, which isn't in the pic somehow. So she got a single woman bulb right there. Here she got the stripes, random stripes, trying to cover her up a little. And again, the wrinkles, of course. And some oppie art or whatever, surplus. And then she's got, again, the hair faking tears here. And, you know, some extra hair here too. Nowadays that women shave so well, they don't really have that sort of Barbie, what did I write? Breast hair plus. Breast hair plus. And then we have the all fine, all good drapes right there. Of course, some sun, moon rising. And this one here is a breast enhancement tattoo. Like if you follow this one all down here, then you can see how any tattoo right there would help her conceal herself a bit better. So she's got the cool hair just until the end on the bottom of the picture, and that's all uncool in the middle of the picture. And of course here she got the whirls for no reason, and then she got some, I don't know what it was, I wrote down right there. And she's got some halo again, and some wavy hair, and a upper lip mustache I added. You know, new markets, new products. And then there is the Lonely Hearts plus upper, you know, and some silly drawing right there. And here they forgot her heels. So missing heel, link, not existent, fake, zero, negation. So yes, nice. So I basically tried to cover her breasts, and I gave her the tears. Wink ya, wink ya. Ooh, I don't know what it is. I was thinking when doing all of this, I was just wasting time, I tell you, and writing down a telephone number. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What did I write down? Well, I just like her so much, you know. That's so funny. This one is over there a little bit as well. That's the details that I kind of see when looking at stuff. Yeah. Oh, I gave him some. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you about this one soon.